Hello, everyone. If you haven't already, subscribe, please. Like, please. Comment, please. And share. Look, you all, I have 100 subscribers. You heard me right. Thank you. Thank you, 100 subscribers. I love it. Thank you. Slowly but surely. And look, if you haven't done so, tell a friend, share the video, let them know. So, what I want to talk about today is what's in a name. Biblical time names meant a lot. You knew a person by their name. And we have gotten away from that a lot nowadays. Nowadays, we naming kids whatever we want to name them. I'm not even going to mention some names because I don't want to offend anyone. But for the longest, I didn't like my name. My name Ladina. I was like, what does that mean? Ladina Renee. What does that mean? So of course I went by Renee, and for some family and friends, they call me Nene. We're not even gonna talk about that, okay? But what I want everyone to do, this is one of the things that I do as a trainer. When I'm at work, I train, not physical train. I mentally train people for the job that they had got, they're employed for. And one of the things that I like doing is asking people for an icebreaker is, what does your name mean? And what I love about it is people who think their name was just nothing. They found out, they awakened, they're like, oh my gosh, that's what my name meant. Case in point, I had one lady who was like, my name is made up, girl. Mom always forget her name, and I forgot what the name is, so forgive me. And I'm like, well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's look it up. And sometimes what we got to do is go back to the original spelling of the name, because all this a hyphen and apostrophe and added on. Well, anyway, we found the original spelling of her name, and her name meant glorious light. And to watch her on Zoom, to realize that her name meant that, it was something special. So for my 100 subscribers, this is what I want. I would love for you to look up your name if you don't know what it means and place it in the comments. Even if you don't comment, it is very imperative that we know what our name means. Why? Because they represent us and we begin to walk that way. My name, Ladina, I never liked that name. First of all, I got called LaDonna so many times. It's like, you know what? Forget it. just they call me Ladina. Ladiana, Dina. I'm like, y'all don't see the whole LA before that? So I would just go by my middle name, Renee. And then probably about 2 years ago during the pandemic or after the pandemic, I was like, let me look and see what my name means. So I had to go back to the original spelling of my name, which was easy for me to know the original spelling because I grew up with my cousin, his wife, girlfriend at the time. She had the same name, Ladina. So I looked up her spelling and did a little pronunciation, and it was said Ladina. I said, great. So I looked up what the name meant, what it originated from. And you all, my name means glorious. And then Renee, resurrection, rebirth. So glorious rebirth. And I think that's where I'm at in my life right now. I think at 51 years old, God has allowed me to have a rebirth. Not really focusing on my past, because that old me had passed away, and I am pushing, striving, pressing forward. What does that mean? People think because you go down into the water, baptize, you come back up and you rebirth, that everything is different. Kind of like Harriet Tubman said when she crossed over to freedom, she looked at her hands and her hands looked new and everything. And there was a song like that. Everything looked new. And you are new. And you should feel new because the old you died on the water. And when you come back up, it's a new life. But it's not that easy for everyone. Some people like, oh, the old me passed away. I had no more temptation. That old temptation fell away. I love it. I'm not going to say it didn't happen for you, but for the majority of us, that's not so. For the majority of us, that when we went down and we come back up out that water, we still have to do some training. We still have to press. Today at church, today is February the 4th. Today at church, I just wasn't feeling it. I tried. I tried because so much was going on, and I had to go on my level where I was at that moment and press to get at the feet of Jesus. Can I just be transparent? I just had to press to get at the feet of Jesus. So why am I saying that? Because a name means a lot, and because I wear this name, Renee, and because my name means rebirth, you know, you're not always walking in the meaning of your name. And if your name means something and you realize that you're not always walking in it, you're not living up to that name, if your name means something great, start to walk in that name. You were given that name for a reason and a purpose. And if you found out by chance, look, the definition of my name is not all that great. What would I advise you to do? The same thing I advise those that I train with. There's always a second or a third meaning. So look those up. If you still aren't happy, here's the beauty of it. Sometimes it's good to go against the grain. Sometimes it's good to say, you know what? I don't know about that name. And just ask God, help to restore me. Help to get me to the point where I'm living after your name, your righteousness, and he'll do it for you. So I'm going to challenge everyone to look up the meaning of your name, place it in the comment, and begin to live up to the meaning of your name. And it doesn't mean that you're always going to do that. It just means you're striving. I'm striving to be live up to that reborn, rebirth, resurrection. I'm striving to live in the obedience of God. I may not get there every day. I may not get there all day every day. But here's the beauty of I press forward. So I'm asking you again, look up the meaning of your name and learn how to press forward. I'm going to say this. My daughter carries the name of her great grandmother, and she wanted to know what that name meant, and it was good. So I looked up her name. She's already know because I looked up her name, and I take that back. She wasn't trying to look up what it meant. She was going through at college, so I wrote up something and let her know this is what your name means. Wise woman. Wise. And my name is Glorious. First name. My mother name Glorious, and I believe her mother name was, I believe, Glorious also. Is that funny? And then going back to her great grandmother, which is Wise. So I had to remind her, you are a wise lady. You are a wise lady that cares for others. You have not only is that, but the women who you come from are strong and glorious and have prayed for you. So look, I'm going off topic. You all please look up the meaning of your name. Walk in it. If it's not something that you like or something that you feel is good, glorious, ask God. Ask God to change your name, and he may not do it physically, but you will begin to walk in a newness and more strength and confidence in who he has called you to be. I promise you that. Anyway, Thank you. This is probably one of the shortest videos I've ever done, but hey, 100 subscribers. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. It's slow, but that's what we do. We press forward. So thank you. Have a blessed day. Enjoy yourself. I'm not going to do a retake of this. So have at it. Enjoy your week.